Hey, today I want to show you the deck and strategy I've been using on the king to farm MGP since day one of Gold Saucer. Uh, I tried this video once before. Some people said I didn't hit the basics hard enough, so let's look at those first. His monster, your monster. Doesn't matter which they are or whatever. As long as your monster's number is bigger than his, 6 is greater than 5 here, you take control of that monster. Now, what most people seem to have a problem with is the plus rule. Let's watch it in effect real quick, and then we'll break it down so you can understand it easier. Great. You throw a chocobo, he throws Urianger. You throw a mustache cat in the middle because 7 plus 5 equals 12, and 7 plus 5 equals 12. The sum of both numbers on either side equal the same. You take control of it. That's the rule that the king plays with, and that's the rule we're going to use to beat him. Let's look at it in a little heavier scenario. Okay. The combo rule. You play, he plays his Bahamut, your Sabatender. Because 6 plus 3 equals 9, and 6 plus 3 equals 9, you take control of Bahamut. So what? You learned that in the last slide. What you didn't know is because 9 is greater than 6 on a monster you now control using the combo rule, you also take control of that monster. It's a very good rule. You're going to use it to sweep the board when we get to playing. These are the cards I have selected in blue for my deck that work very well. The red ones are the ones he can choose from when he selects a deck. Now, I chose the Chocobo and the Moogle because they have big 7s on the side. Those are going to pair well against his 7s when we need to bridge across to work on that plus rule. Manderville's a good plus and a big card. And Manderville, the Sabatender, and the Chocobo all have one number higher on their top number than on their bottom number. You're going to see those combos come into play when we get started, and it's going to work out well. So let's get in the game, and I'll show you. Now, before we get started, some of you are going to say, I can't do this deck, I don't have those cards. I'm here to tell you these cards are very easy to get. 3 of them are actually sold here at this vendor, so you should have no problems getting this deck up and running. Godbert is right there, the Chocobo, and the Moogle. So let's go play a few hands and see what happens. Here we are at King Elmer III. Let's see this deck in action and teach you guys some basic strategy to get you making some MGP. He gets to play first. He plays Y'shtola there. That is a very common move for him. I usually try to avoid it. I'll play my Moogle in the bottom right hand corner and start thinking vertical between that and the Chocobo. He played Manderville there. The rule on Mandervilles is you want to play your Manderville in a spot that has 2 roads of access to plus off of his Manderville. Manderville on Manderville is going to give you the most combos out of this deck. So I'm going to play mine here. I've got this route and that route with the Sabatender. He took my Manderville. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. Because now he's not worried about my Manderville anymore. So now I'm going to play my Chocobo in a place where he's going to get concerned about it. He's going to plus and combo it out. Exactly what we wanted. Because now I can play this combo. I can play this plus here, Sabatender, 6 plus 3, 6 plus 3. It's also going to combo to the Moogle, to Gilgamesh. It's also going to combo to Urianger, to the Chocobo. Okay? Blue wins. Okay, let's get one where I let him go first. Great, he's gonna go first. He plays his total in the bottom right. That's totally common. I'm going to play this card here. I'm thinking about playing top, but he's going to cover it with his Manderville. We're looking for those two routes of access between the Mandervilles. Now, we're kind of in a bad situation because we can't, if we plus, we're not going to win Titan because this one's already owned by me. So we need to look for another route. Now I'm going to go ahead and plus the 3 and the 4 on the Sabatender, on his Y'shtola, and his Titan. That should win us every card on the board. Now we're looking at his Bahamut and my Manderville because the Mustache Cat that we picked for our deck has 2s and 5s. The 5 goes well on that 6, that'd be 11, and the 2 goes on that 9, that's also 11. So that should clean us up the rest of the board. Blue wins. Okay. Looks like I'm going first again. Moogle, bottom right hand corner. Same rule as always. You already know everything I'm going to say. This is an interesting situation because if we plus here, we're only going to get these cards. We're not going to take Bahamut, which will probably let him win. But we got no other moves. Draw. That'll happen. Okay. Let's see another game. I get to go first. Remember, Moogle bottom right. He plays his Manderville. Remember the rule on Mandervilles. 2 rows of access. He takes my Manderville, which means he's not going to be worried about this spot because he's got nothing to gain by playing there. So I'm going to keep his attention low. He's locked off this back row. I can steal those cards easy. And for our last play, I'm going to plus both the Mandervilles and get a nice combo going. Full board. That's what we like to see.